Hey YouTube, this is Seth McDonald, and basically I want to say is that I've been making a lot of videos. I've been trying to do a lot of editing on my videos. I just got me a new laptop, and I'm not really trying to show off on what I do. I'm more of staying in shape, just being myself. I'm not one of those people that are, say, hey, I want to get famous. But, if I do on YouTube, that's fine. That's one thing that I like about YouTube. You can express yourself on how you feel and what you do in life. This week I've been on vacation. I've just been kind of relaxing, catching up on some old shows. I've been watching this show called Forging Fire. I've been hooked on it. It's been around for a long time. Um, and that's my thing. I'm into blades. I learned a lot about blades on that show. I'm really into swords. And but the thing of it is, but mostly of all that I'm into is fitness. And usually, when I do a workout, usually I end up doing like 3 sets, man, three different exercises, but like supersets of 20, and that's the thing. I don't really show off. I don't plan to show off my workouts. My workouts is like just plain basic and simple. Um, Basically, for a beginner level. Um, I am advanced. I've been working out for like all my life, but for people that don't know much about, working out or what routines to do, uh, it's always best to mix it up. Instead of just doing the same thing over and over and over into your training. Um, Sometimes it just kind of gets kind of boring when you do that. But 9 out of 10, when I do martial arts, you do repetitions. And yes, you work on drills, you work on your techniques. Um, but when you work on techniques, you're building your skill to be better and to be good at it. That's the reason why it's called repetition. When you are um, doing repetitions, you think, okay, well, I'm getting better at the skill. I'm going to try moving around on the bag and set a timer to whatever I want to work on and work on my agility with those few techniques. And that's what I did. That's what I do every other night. I do it like twice a week. If I pick a technique that I want to work on, I'll work on it. And then I'll go from there. And I'll do it so many times on the bag, and I'll do it so many times around on a timer, and just to build up my endurance with that technique. And that's the thing with any style of martial arts. You get strength on building your skill. You get strength on building on what you know in your style that you do. To me, martial arts is just fighting. There is no style. There's always going to be somebody better than you are, somebody faster than you are. Uh, it could be somebody without a dang belt system. Could be faster than you are. And that's the thing. Most people, when they end up doing martial arts, they expect that their belt is something what they are. A belt is just a belt. A belt is just to hold your pants up. A belt is something that you earn and yes, you work for, and what other masters require your skill to be. But does it make you invisible? No, it don't. It don't make you invisible at all. Um, it means you have something more to work for into your next belt. That's the thing about belt systems and martial arts. They sometimes tend to see the fool others when they say, when they just give them out for nothing. And if they just give them out for nothing, then you're just being handed your belt. And to me, that's not right. And in most schools, but most schools do it. Most schools end up being that way. Some schools, they're just in it for the money. Um, they don't really care about their students. That's the reason why most schools don't go far. I've noticed one school that I have noticed that stayed open for a long time. I'm surprised they have not got shut down. Is ATA. ATA Martial Arts Organization, American Taekwondo Association. I did that up for 3 years. I got a black belt up into that system. But the only thing it was, they just had the same regimen over and over and over. They weren't really teaching anything. They just say, do this, do this, do this. But they wouldn't teach how to do the technique, why it's used for, what targets to hit on. And they wouldn't do that. And it's like, okay, you just come in and do it the best you can and call it good. No. And I told them, I said, I want to come in the school, it's going to be a school that I want to get taught by, and pay my money's worth. I told him, I said, I'm not going to get scammed on my money. And, well, I was getting ready to test for my second degree in that school in a different style, but the owner of the school said I was knowing too much. And that he was afraid I'd become a lethal weapon. Because I was getting stronger at what I do. And that's the thing. If somebody fears you and what you do, because they know they can surpass you in strength, then you have them. Because he knew what I was trying to do in my system of training. He knew I was trying to start my own system up. And my own way of form of fighting. And by borrowing other techniques from other styles and making my own system up in that way. And he wasn't following it. And so, I pointed him down. I said, you're always saying be open-minded to whatever you have to learn. And you're telling me not to be open-minded because of doing what I love doing. I said, you're in the wrong. You should be happy for me because I won't end up making up my own system, my own way, as a way, but make it where it's not set with traditional values. And I told him, I said, I'm kind of doing it more like the Bruce Lee way, but in my own way of training. Other than that, it just really, really irritated me that I couldn't really get up to master level into that system. Because he really broke my heart when he said that I'm becoming too lethal of a person. That don't make sense. When somebody says you're becoming too lethal of a person, he's just putting you down and don't want you to move on. Because he thinks, you're better off where you're at. And I told him, I said, I just enjoy what I do. I said, that's probably what makes me into a lethal person. Because I enjoy it too much. Um, but the thing of it is, you ain't lethal. You're not a lethal person. If you're a lethal person, you'd be unstoppable. But the thing of it is, there's always going to be somebody better. There's always going to be somebody faster. But it's just on how you train into the martial arts. That's how you get good. And that's what I told him. I said, if you don't think I can end up getting my second degree, I said, I'll just go to a different school. I went to a different school. I went up to Red Belt. I ended up moving. Couldn't find a good school after I moved. After that second school that I really liked. And they actually worked with you. And if you didn't have money to pay the bill, they actually worked with you where you still take the class. And because they did not want to lose you as a student. And that was the best school that I ever went to. It was the second school. It was Camden Black Belt Academy. And under Tom Lee himself. And Larry Roscoe, judo instructor, used to be a judo instructor now. He retired from being a judo instructor. Still my best friend to this day because me and him shared knowledge when we was training together in Taekwondo. We would always talk about training, different things and stuff like that, about life, general and stuff. And I even developed a friendship with him, even though I didn't do judo. And I would stay after my classes to watch his class. And it's to show him respect. And see what it's about. And so, yeah, I learned all around. I learned out of books. I learned offline. I've been doing it on myself from, I want to say 8 years now. I think I've improved. Only thing that sucks is that you don't have a sparring partner. But, you can improve on your techniques all you want. But how to test your skill is that you need somebody to spar. But if you're just doing it for training, just to get better at what you do in your craft, then doing it solo is probably the best if you don't want to do sparring. I love sparring, but sometimes some people don't like to spar. They just want to train. So training is to get fit. Just take your time because staying in shape is a long time and a lifelong journey. Peace. Seth McDonald signing out.